Hey, howdy there again, folks. Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Coming back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, I eat folks, sampler video series. I've been doing it for a little while now. I go over there, try food and drink items. I eat the stuff, I drink stuff. Then, folks, I'm going to talk about the stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that, I mean, yeah, you could go over there and you could get your news from anybody else on the YouTubes and such. But how many of those people are wearing a dope shirt? Oh, yeah, that's right. Just this guy. While I'm doing that and wearing a dope shirt, I've also got Pure Can Thunderbolt poster behind me. I got a crappy little ladder outside. There's some Marvel figures up there, and as alluded to before, dope shirt. Because when I wear cool shirt, I like to highlight the shirts that I'm wearing. Dope, if you're not familiar, they're a band. They've been around since the 90s. Kind of in the nu metal scene, kind of in the industrial scene, depending on kind of what era you're going into. I love them. They actually, at the time I'm doing this, they have a new album coming out. I think it's going to be fully released next year. They've been releasing like single by single so far, so I'm super excited. But anyway, do you care about dope? Maybe you do. If you do, let me know. We can talk dope stuff. But chances are you're here to listen to me yammer on about a thing I'm eating. So what thing am I eating, folks? Boom! We're doing Lit Puffs. Sweet corn puffs. Original flavor. It's from Lit Snacks, trademark, natural product. Okay, so I'm going to kind of go here and there. I appreciate, like, the kind of graffiti style, the text that they went with. As somebody who, you know, I have a tiniest bit of artistic ability. I actually do like kind of the, you know, sort of graffiti, you know, exaggerated style. But I will say, the T is a little bit here or there. That's kind of more of a J. I'm just saying I think that maybe, you know, just my personal thing. Just because when I first saw it, I was like, so is it Lit Puffs or is it Lidge Puffs? I'm guessing it's Lit Puffs. So, distributed exclusively by Lit Snacks Corp. Brooklyn. Designed by Instagram.com/Alex Zertsaloff. Sure, why not? Ingredients: corn grits, sugar, sunflower oil, cornstarch, salt, and vanilla. Yeah, okay. I don't know exactly what the hell these are. I found them at a gas station, which is where I find a lot of my stuff. And the neat thing is, sometimes I go to gas stations I don't go to that often, and I find weird stuff. Here we go. So I'm going to give them a shot. We're going to find out together, folks, because... They also had a chocolate variety, but I only bought these at the time. So maybe if these are a thing, I'll do the chocolate one later on. Or maybe not. That's what I do. Wasn't expecting that when I went with... Well, I mean, to be fair, they do call them sweet corn puffs. In my head, it was more like a Frito. Instead, it's more like a Cheeto. But a little nubby Cheeto. I mean, I'm just saying, I mean, it's... Cheetos, I'm not saying in terms of flavor because I haven't tried it yet, but Cheetos definitely got a little length on you. Is that how they make Cheetos? Or Cheetos corn? I honestly don't know. I've never in my life asked that question. It was just like they're just cheesy and delicious. Okay. You can smell the sweetness on them. Alright, let's give it a go. Hopefully they're good. Okay. They're not bad. They're reminiscent. Rice cakes. They kind of remind me of sweetened rice cakes. That's honestly kind of the flavor I'm getting. And I don't mean that in a bad way. Actually, I'm okay with rice cakes. But again, like, I don't know if they're naturally sweetened ones or if, like, that was just something that maybe my grandparents used to do just to get me to eat them. But I definitely used to eat, like, sweetened rice cakes when I was a kid. And yeah, I mean, they're puffs. They're very airy, very light. There's not really a crunch to them. As you compress them, they kind of become more solid. Yeah, and they're sweet, but not overly so. Yeah, they're kind of like a sweet Cheeto puff, except not quite as long, and the texture is a little bit different. I don't know exactly how to describe it, but it's just a little bit different. They're not bad. Non-GMO, gluten-free, all that good stuff. Yeah, I can kind of dig these. I wouldn't say they're my favorite snack ever or anything. I don't think they're going to, like, move into the upper echelon of my snack choices, but I don't mind them. I don't know how much sugar they have. 10 grams. That's not actually too bad. Oh, well, 6 grams of added sugar, so it's 12%, so still not horrible, but, yeah, they're kind of nice. They're a little bit weird just because, like, when my brain tastes Puffs, it goes immediately to Cheetos. And, you know, so it's got the cheesy taste. I don't typically think sweet stuff when I think of, like, puff-type foods. They're nice. Yeah. Yeah, I think for me, I don't know exactly where they would fall into, like, my snack rotation if I, you know, had such a thing, you know, in a more formal context. Because typically a lot of times if I'm going for snacks, I want something that is a little bit more savory or, you know, cheesy or what have you. And, like, I don't actually do a lot of sweet stuff as snacks. You know, occasionally I'll have some Oreos or what have you, but so that's kind of the thing for me. Like, I'll certainly finish these, because they do taste good. They're just, for me, they're not exactly what I would go for as a snack. Just because, like I said, sweet snacks aren't typically my go-to. Usually if I want something sweet, I'll just grab a soda. And that kind of fulfills, you know, my sweet tooth aspect. Or, you know, if I'm out at a gas station or something like that, I might grab a candy bar every now and again. So these are kind of in a weird gray area. But I think that if you're somebody who, if you like sweet snacks, and you want something that isn't a candy bar, that isn't, you know, and it is a little bit lighter on the sugar side, you know, because again, they're sweet, but they're not, like, by any means super sweet. They're very light in the sweetness. I think these are pretty neat. And I think if I ever get around to it, and if I ever head back to that gas station again, I think I'll try the chocolate ones also, see kind of how they work. But yeah, they're not bad. Lit Puffs, you did a pretty good job, even though I was confused about your name for a little bit. But, yeah, I think in terms of, like, if I were going to recommend them, I'd say try them if you run into them. I think they're definitely worth giving a shot. But again, I do think they're kind of for specific flavor profiles. Like, I think if you're somebody who's not geared towards sugary snacks, excuse me, you know, I don't think this is going to change that. But as an alternative, yeah, I think they're good. Good on you. All right, folks, so that's going to do it for me on this one. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of the day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of your month, and stupendous rest of your year. And folks, if you could go over there and have yourselves a truly lidge rest of your life, because I can only assume that that's what all the cool kids are saying these days, right? That things are totally lidge. Are you down with the lidgeness? I don't, you know, I talk the streets, folks. That's one of my skill sets. Clearly. Oh, final 2 things before I get out of here, folks. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But even if you can't do it all the time, I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you do, folks. You try not to be an asshole. Okay, I don't care how lidge you are. All right, if you don't go over there and humble yourself, that lidgeness will go over there and it'll eat you up from the inside. Especially with the world that we live in. We have to go over there, we have to mitigate the amount of assholishness that we put out into the world. Only then can we achieve a full state of, like, the true lidge. I'm just saying. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Maybe you're going to go over there. Maybe you're going to try out some lidge puffs. And you're going to give them a shot, and you're going to be like, yo, I've never felt so lidge in my entire life. And then you're going to go over there, you're going to instantly be able to summon a, spread out cardboard box, put it down on the street, and begin breakdancing like nobody's business. Probably not going to happen. But you could go over there and do something more realistic than that. Hell, you could go over there and take up breakdancing if you want. I mean, depending on your age and flexibility and stuff like that. But, I mean, hey, it's probably a great way to go over there and stay in shape and stuff. And, just be careful what you're doing. Okay, there's this, I actually know breakdance crew, the Microphone Misfits, which I actually have some videos of them on this channel. So if you're interested. Great guys, too. Love them. But yeah, so that's it. Bye.